I always say that there's a beautiful side to tragedy. And for us, this accident was horrible, but it brought our family closer together. It was Easter Sunday. We were celebrating spring break with the girls up in Lenoir, North Carolina. And the neighborhood that we were staying had a stable with horses. So we went on a trail ride that morning up in the mountains, and my horse spooked, and I was thrown. I landed kind of sitting, and I knew instantly that I had broken my back. There was no way to get a car to me, so they had to get the car as far up the mountain as they could, and they got the back kind of like SUV rubber mat out of the back of the car, put me on that and dragged me down the mountain. I was taken to a fire station, then transported to the little hospital in Lenoir. They realized that it was very serious, and I was taken to Charlotte, where I had back fusion surgery.
We weren't sure she was going to live. It was terrible, and I've never prayed so much in my life.
I was in ICU for 5 days and then flown directly to Brooks. Based on the level of my injury, which was a T12 burst fracture, it was very doubtful that typically, I guess given the fact that I couldn't move my legs, that most likely I was going to be in a wheelchair. I was inpatient 4 weeks. That was a hard time. The nurses, the staff, I can't say enough about. They were wonderful. You're at your most vulnerable state in your life. You are depending on somebody for everything.
If it wasn't for Brooks, I don't know where we'd be. And I mean that with all my heart. Such a camaraderie. People that care.
They were very open with my family. My mom stayed there around the clock, literally. David, my husband, played Mr. Mom. He worked, took the kids to school, and then he would bring them up every night.
And it was like really hard, like being at home and her not being there, because she was like the one who like kind of kept everything together at home. So like me and my sister definitely had to pick up a lot of responsibility.
I was so desperate to get home, and actually coming home I think was worse. I'll never forget that day, coming home in a wheelchair and not being able to fit into your bathroom, to your closet, not being able to get up and walk and sit down at the dinner table. I saw everything that I felt like had been taken from me.
I was back in the bed with my mom, and we were watching TV, and she paused it, and we started talking, and she said, "Would you ever love me if I didn't walk again?" And that was hard for me to hear, that like my mom was saying that, and I told her that it would never, I love her so much, and that it would never change if she walked or if she didn't walk, and that nothing can change how much I love her.
If I didn't have my family here to rally and get me through it and say, "You're gonna beat this, you're gonna get better," it would have been a really bad place. My dad literally took me to Brooks. We joined the NRC, and my dad took me every day. We started working on getting better and using all of the resources that Brooks had to offer, all of the equipment, the therapy, the training, and started building my way back.
Andrea is my hero. You couldn't ask for a better, more genuine person, a daughter, a mother, a friend. And I love her with all my heart. She will walk without any assistance. I would put my money on her every time.